Okay, I found the waiting shelter, and for once I'm actually going to sit in here for a minute and enjoy the shade. But yeah, I've got about 5 minutes now until our train comes to take us up to Crewe, which I'm really excited about. Honestly, today feels like it's gone by so quick. I can't believe it's 1 o'clock already. I've been out for 7 hours. I've been on trains for 7 hours. I've been out since 5 o'clock basically. Out for 8 hours, on trains for 7. But we've got a lot more to look forward to. But at least another 9 or so hours, I think. If I'm doing my math correctly. If it's 1 now, yeah, at least another 9 hours. So yeah, lots more to look forward to. Actually, while we wait for this train to take us to Crewe, I'm going to add in some footage here. Now, the other day I went off and visited Paintridge. Randomly, it wasn't going to be a part of a video anyway, but I went off and visited it, and I took some footage and I gave my thoughts. So let me play that for you now. Alright, I'm here at Paintridge. I'm just going to quickly film this just so I have it and slot it into a video somewhere. It's an okay station for me. Nothing crazy good, but equally nothing crazy bad. It's a decent station. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Paintridge. It was a lot cooler that day, and I had my coat on as well, comparatively. It's 18 degrees, I checked the temperature while we were at Kids Grove. It's 18 degrees today. Far too hot for April. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned that, it's the 12th of April today.
We are now approaching Crewe, our final station. Thank you for travelling with London North Western Railway. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff.
Alright, I've made it here to Crewe. It's very busy, as you can imagine. But no, yeah, I've been here now for about half an hour, just chilling, having some food. But now I'm going to go for a bit of a wander around the station and see what I can find. I don't know how much of it I'm going to vlog, because I just want to kind of experience this one.
Platform 6 for the 1354 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston. Calling it.
But yeah, we'll head off to have a little bit of wander around. Okay, so I just wanted to take a moment while editing this just to explain that, yeah, I spent about an hour and a half at Crewe. In fact, I actually spent closer to 2 hours. I got there just after 1 and I left just after 3. But I just spent some time sort of wandering around the station, sort of experiencing it a bit. Didn't really vlog much of it, as I said, but it was more just for me. Crewe is a beautiful station, really, really steeped in history, and I really recommend it if you're curious about British Railway. It's definitely a really cool place to go for both new and old stuff. Alright then, I'm hoping you can hear me, because there's very loud announcements going on over there. And I'm just walking to the end of platform 6 and 9, just to stretch the legs and kill some time. It's a beautiful station, Crewe. I definitely want to come back here, and I definitely will be coming back here, because there's plenty of connections I can make here. But yeah, I have really enjoyed my time here, and I'm sad that we're going to be leaving soon, but we're going to be heading off to our next station of the day, which is going to be... No, it's not Nuneaton. I keep thinking it's Nuneaton. Not yet. The next station, as this 350 comes in, there it is. The next station is going to be Tamworth. Alright then, so I am here at Tamworth. I've had to walk to the end of the platform to find a quiet spot, and I was walking down the platform, you know, trying to find someone to record a clip. And there was a guy that kept following me. He wasn't following me, you know, he was walking along the platform. And I'm having to walk further and further down to actually find a quiet spot to record, because I don't want to obviously be, yeah, pointing cameras in people's faces and also talking in front of people. That's been one of the most difficult challenges of today, has been finding quiet places, especially at Crewe. Crewe was difficult to find quiet places at, but I managed to find one, which I was quite happy with. Speaking of Crewe, I forgot to record the clip of me getting on the train at Crewe, which I was really annoyed about when I realised. But yeah, we are now here at Tamworth, one of the many stations on this line that has a connecting line to Birmingham. There's actually, now I think about it, 4 stations that have a connecting line to Birmingham: Lichfield, Rugeley, Tamworth and Nuneaton. I know that technically Nuneaton doesn't have a connecting line to Birmingham, but it actually technically does. Just not the way you would think. So, there you go. Right? Yeah, that's right, yeah. They all have, well, yeah, so literally, you know, the West Coast Mainline, the Trent Valley Line. So yeah, after this I would have done almost all stations between Rugby and Crewe. The only exceptions, of course, being Stone and Atherstone and Polesworth, because they were 2 stations that got such a low frequency, you know, like obviously, you know, they only get 1 train per hour. Let me put the camera here. Yeah, obviously they only get 1 train per hour, on the London route, so yeah. But I will do Atherstone. I also want to do Polesworth eventually too. Obviously, but Polesworth only gets 1 train per day on weekdays, and that's at like 6 AM. But yeah, so far my impressions of Tamworth. Pretty cool station. I've got about 37 minutes here, I think. Well, it was 37, but we left Crewe a bit late because of a late Transport Wales service, which was late because of another service. You see how much of a knock-on effect, you know, 1 delay can have. I started off today, the first train out of Birmingham International this morning, not the one I got on, but the first one, was like 2 minutes late, and I'm like, I'm starting that out with me to go on, and it seems so. But yeah, Tamworth, first new station for a couple of hours. It feels nice to actually be, you know, at a new station. I'm going to have a bit more wander around, go and look at the high level platforms, which is where we'll be getting our train, and we'll be heading off to our next stop, which is maybe a bad decision on my part, but we'll see. We're going to be heading off to Wilmcote for the Stratford one. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Is it, no, because Wilmcote's the one by Stratford, and Wilmcote is the Stafford one. They're so close, they're so similar to each other, which, and then you've got Wilmslow, which is just even more confusing. But no, yeah, so we're going to what I believe is Wilmcote, so we're going to be going on another 170. Whoa, so much fun. And it's getting towards rush hour, but it is the weekend, so fingers crossed it won't be too busy. The 170 I was on earlier wasn't too busy, so fingers crossed it's not too busy. Anyway, let's continue wandering around Tamworth and seeing what we can find. Alright then, I have made it here to Wilmcote. Honestly, you know, simple station, quite nice. I've got long here, heading back up towards Tamworth, but yeah, just wanted to pop her down here and take this one off the list. It's a pretty nice looking station, but I'm going to go ahead and change platform so I'm ready for my train when it comes back the other way, heading towards Tamworth again. Alright then, my train's in here to take me back to Tamworth. And we're back at Tamworth, and a much clearer platform 3, I have to say, compared to how it was when I was here before. But yeah, we've got about 20 minutes now until our train takes us to Nuneaton, which will be our final new station of the day. I don't know how much time, I've only got about 25 minutes to explore Nuneaton. What I'm going to be doing is, at some point I need to do Bedworth and Bermuda Park, so I want to make a whole thing out of that, and I'm thinking it'd be busy at that point, just go up to Nuneaton. I don't want to raise my hand like this, but go up to Nuneaton, and just explore that at the same time. I'm going to explore a bit today, but I'm going to go back, just like with Stone, how it's not that far away, Nuneaton. I'm going that way anyway to tick off a few more stations on another day. That's not planned yet or anything, but obviously at some point I need to do Bedworth and Bermuda Park, so I may as well also go up to Nuneaton at the same time. But yeah, now let's head down and catch our train over to where we're going. Nuneaton, that's the one. I was literally just talking about it. So turns out I'm a bit of an idiot, and we've actually got a 45-minute wait. But that's fine, I'm just going to sit here under the bridge, keep cool, and chill. Alrighty then, we have made it here to Nuneaton, the final new station of the day, and I've got to say, from what I've seen so far, it's pretty cool. Like I say, I've not got too much time here, I've got about 30 minutes, so I'm just going to have a little wander around. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down for 2-3 minutes because I was standing up on that train because it was very busy, so I'm just going to quickly have a moment, sit down, and then we'll have a little wander around, like I say. The good news is that I can come back here quite easily, so if I don't see anything today, that's fine. But we can have a little poke around and see what we can find. But yeah, I'm also going to work out where my next train's coming from, so I can sort of explore to that point, if that makes sense. But yeah, let's go ahead and have a chill. So you might be watching the second half of this video and thinking, there's a lot less footage than there was in the first half. And that is true. There's just less footage. Apparently I just didn't record as much, I guess, because I was getting tired. Because bearing in mind at this point I've been on the railway for upwards of 12 hours. I think it was busy, there just wasn't the opportunity to film as much. And the day got a bit more tightly packed. So yeah, very busy, which is partly why I think there's not as much footage, unfortunately. Alright, then we're over on platform 2 now, waiting for our train to take us up to Crewe. Hi, hello, sorry for interrupting the video you're watching. I just wanted to take a moment and say that as much as I love making videos like this, they do unfortunately cost a fair bit of money because train travel in the UK is expensive. So, if you want to help contribute towards more videos like this, then you can go down to the description below where you'll find a link to my Ko-fi, where you can tip to me there, and any money that goes on the Ko-fi goes towards train trips. So if you want to see more trips like the one in this video, then please do go and drop some money over there, if you can, of course. If you can't, then just liking and sharing the videos does just as much good and helps to get the videos out there. Thank you so much to everyone that does financially support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Now, back to the video. Okay, so I wanted to provide some context for the rest of this video. So essentially, we are now done with visiting new stations, but as you'll probably be aware if you've watched a few of these videos now, I live in the Birmingham area, and therefore I needed to get back to Birmingham. However, I have my ticket that gets me as far as Crewe and as far down as like Rugby and Northampton. I'm not just going to go the simple way. So what I was doing was I was taking a journey back up to Crewe so that I could take a journey from Crewe down to Rugby through the West Midlands and then come back up to Birmingham to end my day. To get me back to Birmingham at about 10:45ish. But the connection that I had from my London of Western into Crewe to the Avanti out of Crewe was about 5 minutes max, and my train was running 2 minutes late coming into Nuneaton, so I was a little bit concerned. I was worrying about nothing. I made it with perfect time. It's literally just ahead of me there. This train is formed of 11 coaches, as I'm called. But yeah, onwards now to Rugby. Alright, we're back in familiar territory now. We've come through Wolverhampton, Salmon and Dudley, and now we're at Birmingham New Street. It's currently about 8 minutes past. There goes another train next to me. Yeah. It's currently about 8 minutes past 9. We're on this train I think for about another 40 minutes to Rugby. And then we'll be taking another train from Rugby up to Birmingham International. So yeah, still got a fair bit to go. We've also passed 15 hours now at 9 o'clock, so woohoo! We've been going at it for 15 hours and we've nearly done a full crazy loop, because when we get to Birmingham International, it'll be an Avanti train. But yeah, full crazy loop nearly complete. But yeah. Couple more stops, Birmingham International, Coventry and then Rugby, and then we'll change platforms for our final service of the day to Birmingham International. Sorry, my brain just completely went platinum. So I got talking to the train manager as we were approaching Rugby, so I didn't manage to get any footage of us arriving at Rugby or of the train leaving. But I did get this picture showing how early or how late it was. I then went and changed trains at Rugby, found this funny poster, and then I went ahead and got on my train back to Birmingham International. Hello, Miney from the editing world here. I just wanted to take a bit of time at the end of this video just to sort of talk a bit more about what happened in this video, because I realised while editing it that the video kind of like, there's a lot of lack of footage towards the end of the video, and I think that was just because I was tired. It'd been a long day. Plus, a lot of the stations I'd visited in the morning were on like the Potteries Line, so it was all quite quiet. And then when I was at Northampton and on Buckby, it was like 7 AM, so it was like really quiet. But when I came to visiting like Nuneaton and Tamworth and all of these other stations, they were just really busy. So just filming in them didn't really like it felt, you know what I mean, I was trying to find the right places to film, I didn't have much time there, etc. So there are a few stations that I'm like, I would like to go back and maybe do like revisits just to get a bit more footage. But you know, it's more, I think these vlogs were never really meant to be like a, oh, this is Tamworth, this has this and this. It was more meant to be a sort of me cataloguing my journey and my experience as I go through visiting railway stations. It is worth mentioning now though that with the Turtles we're now up to 143 railway stations as of the time of this video being edited. We're coming up on that 150 mark. What's the 150 going to be? The time of recording, I have no clue. In terms of the ticket that I use for this service, because I wanted to try and start talking more about tickets I'm using for these journeys. This is the ticket that I use for this journey. It is a West Midlands Day Ranger. It has a runs for a day. It's £36, and surprisingly I was a bit worried because I planned this journey right around the time that the prices for everything went up, because it was the new financial year, and I was kind of worried that it was going to go up, but it didn't. So I was like, yay. I might do a video somewhat soon just sort of showing off my my map. I've got like the Google Maps custom map. I might do a video showing off that. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm talking a little bit about a bit of an update. I do have a plan at the end of the year to do like a bit of a 2025 update, because obviously this year kind of started all the videos of me talking about where I got to last year. So yeah, that's my thinking. But yeah, I'm now going to hand you back to Miney from the past to see the outro that they did and talk to you guys about the end of the video. Alright then, it is now 10 to 11 and I am here at Birmingham International. The day's finished, guys. We managed to visit 11 new stations today, those being Rugby, Northampton, this is a good test of my memory, Rugby, Northampton, Buckby, Stafford, Stoke-on-Trent, oh come on, I can do this, Alsager, Kidsgrove, Longport, Crewe, which was not a new station but we visited it, Tamworth, Wilmcote and Nuneaton. There you go. We were going to obviously visit Stone, but that didn't work out unfortunately. But there's next time. But I've really enjoyed today, and I hope you guys have enjoyed these probably two videos. I'm assuming this has been split into by how long today's been for me. It is literally like we've done 16 and a half hours on the trains today. I think that's a record for me, so woo, I guess. But yeah, they're all singing down there. They're all singing I forgot the song's called. It's like can we like because I know how I feel about you now, that one, whatever it's called. About you now. I don't know what it's called, but that song. You know that song. I'll probably put it on screen, like here, what the name of the song was that they were singing. But you guys will probably know what I mean. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. If you have enjoyed today's video and you want to see more content like that on the channel, please don't forget to like it. And if you are new around here, please do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. Also, please do feel free to, if you can, financially support these trips by donating to my Ko-fi, because these trips do cost. They are not cheap. This one especially was a bit expensive. It cost 36 quid. to have my ticket checked once. But yeah, so if you do want to help contribute towards funding more trips in the future, be sure to go ahead and donate to my Ko-fi, which you can find down in the description below, guys. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye!